The first time I ever heard the term orphan wound, I literally had a visceral reaction to it, and I became very defensive. And then after a while, I became curious, because when most people hear the word orphan, they think dead parents or children completely alone in the world or abandonment in the obvious sense. But the orphan wound is often much more psychological than that. And a child can grow up with parents that are literally physically present and still feel emotionally abandoned, still feel emotionally unsafe or supported, unseen, and alone. I think a lot of complex post-traumatic stress disorder survivors carry this wound without even actually realizing it, because the orphan wound is what happens when a child learns very early that if I don't take care of myself, nobody else is going to. And the nervous system adapts. You become hyper independent. You become overly responsible or emotionally self-contained, highly vigilant or protective over your belongings, your space, or even your nervous system. Because safety becomes sacred when you don't grow up consistently feeling it. I think this is why many childhood trauma survivors struggle with parentification too, where you literally stop being the child emotionally and then you start becoming that caretaker, the emotional regulator, that fixer, the responsible one, the self-soother. And here's this crazy part. People praise these children for being mature without realizing that many of them were surviving emotionally unsupported environments. And that is not maturity, that's adaptation. And I think that's why my nervous system became so deeply attached to my blanket, Julio, who I talked about in another video. I left Alberta at 15 years old with survival mode running through my entire nervous system. And that blanket became emotional safety, consistency, grounding, because when children do not feel safe with people, their nervous system often will start attaching safety to objects, routines, environments, and isolation instead. And the hard part about the orphan wound is this. You become so good at surviving alone that healthy support later in life can actually feel really uncomfortable. I know it did for me. You crave connection but struggle to trust. You want love and you're open to it, but you don't fully know how to relax inside of it. And you become the person everybody relies on while secretly feeling emotionally alone yourself. I think a lot of hyper-independent people are not truly independent. They're traumatized. And I think there's a huge difference, because true independence is going to come from a place of safety, and hypervigilance comes from survival. And healing this wound has looked like slowly teaching my nervous system that I don't have to carry the entire world alone anymore, and that people can actually be safe, and support can be safe, and rest can be safe, and connection can be safe. And if hearing the term orphan wound triggered you in some way, maybe don't run from the reaction immediately. Sometimes the strongest emotional reaction points directly towards the wounds that we have spent our entire lives just trying to survive around them.